Hello and welcome to a very special episode of the huMAn Talk. This is a slightly shorter episode than normal, but I think this may just be one of the more popular ones. So, before I get started, just a bit of admin to do. We've all been loving your MA People clips. They really do show the true face of MA. But we need more please, so this is a shout out to you all, especially in Central Europe. Come on. It only takes a couple of minutes and the team at MA really do enjoy seeing your smiling faces. So take your phone out, quick video, send it to humantalk@malighting.com. If you haven't signed up for the MA e-learning, then why not head over to the MA website and get on board with that. It's a really useful resource. So there we go, admin all done. Now, on to our special. In a room somewhere far, far away under lock and key, there is a museum that has nearly all of the MA consoles ever made laid out next to each other. It's a wonderful sight and shows the last 3 decades and more of the hardware development of MA. And we've been extremely lucky and have been given special access. And we thought it would only be right to share that with you. So part 1 is your very own voyage through the history of MA. So sit back and enjoy the MA Museum tour. Wow, how about that? From the very first prototypes right the way through to the Grand MA3 that we are all learning and using now. How things have changed, but also at the same time stayed the same with the robust hardware that has been built. But we wanted to find out a little bit more about the real history behind these desks, so we managed to grab a quick word with someone who has a pretty good knowledge of them all. Well, he would do. He designed and built them. René managed to grab a few minutes with the one and only Michael Adenau. René, over to you.
Hey Michael, thanks for welcoming us here in your museum. My first question would be, what was your intention to build your own lighting console?
Good question. At that time, I was in a top 40 band making light. We had 10 moving lights, scanners with 6 channel or 5 channel, and we had to control them. At that time, there was only the navigator from Selco, and we started to make our own DMX protocol, so said. And we were thinking about to make a desk what have a LTP, and we tried to control them by pushing one button, that move, another button, that move, and so on. That was the idea. And the result was, at the end, a Scan Commander.
What type of music did the band play that you toured with?
The band at that time was the Number 9 and Thanatos. Oh, those band played rock music, hard rock, and top 40 from the 80s and 70s. Loud.
Really loud, good.
For that reason, my ears are dead now.
So later then, you developed a console, the LCD series.
Correct.
It's an awesome piece of a live lighting console. And I remember this went on tour worldwide with Mother's Finest, first world tour. So seriously, how long did it take to build an LCD 120 with over 120 faders in there?
Oh, at that time, the company had around 10 people, and it took about 1 week or longer. I don't remember exactly, but we had to do all the PC boards, soldering by ourselves, the housing and the front panels and so on.
1 week, awesome. But I mean, great functionality that we could use out there in the field. So what drove you to actually design the Scan Commander?
The Scan Commander, as I said before, was the problem to control so many moving lights. I mean, to control it with one button and to crawl it, and there was no product on the market what could do it. And so we tried to combine it, a desk and a moving light controller, to combine it in one desk and to control it with one button or one fader and to program it as we wanted. That was the idea.
And it was a nice idea, as we know by today. So Light Commander and Scan Commander, as I remember, together was a great combination for touring with a band. I mean, even for me, that's over 20 years back now. So how did you go from there to Grand MA1?
Thomas Brockmann came in from Denmark, and he brought in all the ideas, and he invented more or less the name Grandma. He found it funny, and from then it started. The Scan Commander could only control 16 moving lights, and the Hawk came up at the same time, a little bit later maybe, and Hawk had only one universe, or I think 2. So we wanted to control more channels, and so we combined it with colored screen and modern technology to build this desk.
So your latest addition to the series is Grand MA3?
Correct.
How long did it take to develop the Grand MA3 hardware?
Oh, from the very beginning it took about 4 years, because we had to do all the construction of the housing, the gears, and all the PC boards, and the moldings of all the plastic parts, and so on and so on.
We have heard Paul Collison already talking about the evolution of these consoles. So what's the next step?
Right, sorry, we seem to have lost the end of that footage. I'm sorry about that. I'm sure what Michael was going on to say is that the development of the Grand MA3 is ongoing. The software has just gone past the first version 1 stage and promises to really take advantage of the platform that it's built on, and will be giving you a very solid, robust console for many, many years to come. Thank you so much, Rene and Michael. Amazing. We really do appreciate you taking part in this episode. It's really important to learn about the why as well as the how. And there you go. Episode 6 done and dusted. Thank you for watching. And as usual, if you like what we do, please tell your friends, like, subscribe, do all the things that show us the love. But most of all, please look after yourselves, stay safe, and we'll see you very soon.